I'd like to talk a little bit about the project itself. It began about a year ago when the four of us met for brunch, and we were supposed to meet for a couple of hours, and it devolved into lunch and then dinner because we were so busy arguing about Shakespeare and Indian film and what was more interesting about it, and we all came from four different kind of viewpoints.
The National Film Archive of India has sent us a wonderful archive of images, and we've put some up on the posters here, and we'll run a slideshow for you as well. But that's just been amazing. I've just noted that Shakespeare's got 24 references to India in his works. Most of those are about jewels, rubies and pearls. And I started thinking about the 9 jewels of, King Akbar, and then I thought, well, we've got our jewels here as our scholars and artists. So have a fantastic time. Okay.
It seems to me that we're kind of at a real nexus of celebration here. So we've got Shakespeare's 400, we all did that last weekend. We've also got the BFI's 40th anniversary, and we're part of that celebration, and that's really important. Adding in the 103rd, I think, anniversary of Raja Harishchandra, the first film in India. We celebrated 100 years of Indian film a few years ago.
Indian Shakespeare film has perhaps garnered so much attention, particularly because we've had a spate of new films now, and very good ones too.
We need to be thinking about the great opportunities of the digital, the difference between watching a film, watching a TV show, watching something upgraded on YouTube. When we talk about Shakespeare's on screen, we're not just talking now about film. What an opportunity as well.
They need no introductions. Of course they don't. This is the reason we're all here.
The way we had written it, I don't think we'd ever written it for Abbaji to tower over the movie the way it ended up towering over it. There is very little that suggests that Abbaji is going to dominate the proceedings in the first half the way he ends up doing. Pankaj brought something to the part that was extraordinary.
Well, Omkara breaks everything that a normal hero or a typical or Bollywood hero would do and would not do, rather.
In every director, I think 90% of the directors in the world, they want to make a good gangster film. So my journey started towards Shakespeare from that. And I didn't even know that I will ever cross the path of his work.
Okay, so could we please give a round
But Shakespeare's plays don't just inform Indian literature in English, and that's what interests me. They've also been translated, appropriated, been forced to migrate into countless vernacular languages, and been adapted into native performance traditions, from the Nautanki of North India, to the Bangwadi of Gujarat, to the Kathakali of Kerala. But nowhere is Shakespeare's influence more profound than in the cinema.
I don't think there is any other writer that can be interpreted so easily without words, into dance, into mime, into different languages, and work. When it works well, it works as brilliantly as if it is in his own words, with his lines.
I think India is a particularly great place to set your Shakespeare, not just because it offers such a gamut of extremes, as might have been found in Shakespeare's Tudor England, but it's got all the science to draw upon as well.
Shakespeare serves as a key function, stressing the ways in which a classic English dramatist can be mortgaged and reworked to support the vitality and significance of southern Indian cinematic industries inside a larger national system.
It has been an enormous few days for us. What we wanted to do with this conference was to place it alongside and at the centre of this Shakespeare commemoration that's happening in London and across the world this week. So the dating of this conference was very, very important.
What I was always irritated by when our conference was being publicised by other media is they were saying that this is about Shakespeare's influence in Indian cinema. I think we have shifted that and we have said, okay, what about India's influence in Shakespeare studies? And I think we have managed to do that.
We've had actors, filmmakers, film financiers, film producers, academics of all levels, from MA students to PhD students to early career researchers, right through to professors. And we've also had members of the public. We've had speakers from Felicity Kendall to Bob Bosch and his team. So without further ado, I'm going to just say thank you very much for being with us, and really hope you enjoy the last 4 screenings that we've got going on. Kaliapam, and then Makbul, Omkar and Heather at the BFI. Thank you.